Welcome back to Aquatics Live YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that jazz. We got a cool DJI Neo 2 project here. I've been working on this for a while. It's one of those add-on features that as soon as I got the Neo 2, I wanted to get something figured out for. And that is the batteries. These buggers, they maybe last like 10 minutes, if that. And I like to get it a little bit longer, maybe 15 minutes if I'm lucky. So the idea is to, and I'm sure other Neo 2 folks have seen these, that they have a extended battery that you can get on AliExpress. It's got a bump out on here, but they want like $100 for that battery, and I figured I can give it a shot. I got the 3-pack. Kind of, a little scary to sacrifice one of them, but hope this works. So I'm getting it on camera just in case it does go bad. But I've already kind of worked ahead a little bit on here. These batteries, they don't come apart very easy. But if you look here on the edge here, that's the seam where they separate. So I worked my way around that and got this baby to pop open. The shell is very thin, and I'll show you what I got here. I got one that I already separated, so you can see the shells all come apart. I'll bring you down here onto the table so you can see it under better light. Okay, so bringing you in a little closer on here, this is the battery separated. Hold on. So bringing you in a little bit closer, these are the batteries here. The edge here is where this comes apart. It's right under the lip here, and if you spend some time and you work your way around, there's some glue around here holding it and some small clips. Really got to be willing to sacrifice a battery to do this, but I have given it a shot, so I got it separated, and I'm kind of getting things prepped on here. Here's some marks that I put on here, what I'm going to chop a hole in here, so that's a little scary anyway. So this right here, it pops out of this case. It's glued in the bottom, but you get the battery pack out of here. And the way these work is when you turn it on, you tap this button and then you hold it on, the lights all light up. That's when it actually sends power out on the pins on here. So it's the outer pins are where the power's at. And it looks like, so I think it's these outer 2 pins are the main power. So in order for the battery to stay on, it needs to be inside of the quadcopter there, or inside the drone. So what the plan is I'm going to solder some wires onto these outer pins, and I've heard other problems with, my first intuition would be to just connect up to the 3 wires on the top of the batteries and not worry about the board. But I guess if you bring it in before the board, there's problems. So, well, as on other drones anyway. I'm assuming this is using the same technology. So that'll be my ideas. I got some of these battery packs. Actually, I got a few different ones, but this one's a 1250. So like 1,000 milliamp battery, probably in reality. And they weigh, let me get this turned on. And they weigh about 50 grams or something like that. Zero that out, but about 49, 50 grams. So if you take all the wrappers and stuff off of it, and you just have the batteries, we're at 40. So that's a pretty good savings right there. And now we got to add a case to it though. So, and this, this I was through a few versions. So we had my first version 1. The idea on this one was that the battery kind of slid in and then connected up. But I figured out that was going to be, there just wasn't enough room for me to have the connector here and to slide on. It was going to end up being way out of center of gravity. It wouldn't be near the center of gravity properly. So I kept changing things around, and then my first one was this one. So this is the idea is have the connector inside, and then we're going to push down on top. So that's kind of the thing I'm sticking with. And these tabs go on here, so like this. But you can see that it's too loose and it'll just fall off. So I moved in and I have a newer version here. It has these pieces sticking out and these tabs have been improved. So putting this on, it really takes some effort to get it clicked into place, but it is not going to come off. It fits very tight. You're not going to get that off. And then to get it off right here, push on these tabs and push it out. So, and this is how the leads are going to be connected up to the battery, like so. So I'm showing you this because you're not going to be able to really see me soldering in, but I'll solder these 3 wires on here so we have the balancing ability with all 3. And then on the actual battery pack, I'm going to put this connector sticking out of here. And that's going to be the one ugly part on this battery, is it's going to have this yellow connector. But the plan is to be able to just keep flying this battery as is without a battery added to it. So I still have all 3 normal ones. And then if I want to tack on the extra one, I could just snap the extra one on top of it. And it it almost like it charges it. So, so that'll be the next piece. I'll show you get that stuff installed, but I didn't want to do it and not have it recorded, prior to getting it done. But essentially this hole's going to go through like right where these webbing is, so I have to kind of clean up around here and then glue the connector in so it's coming out of this hole. The other thing that I did with this connector is I ground the leads down on it so they're shorter, and then I took this shielding thing and put like a 45-degree angle in here so the wires can come through there and come out, but this will protect them from getting pinched against the battery, because it'll be sitting right on top of here. And I don't want those pins to push in and damage this battery, which in fact I'll put like a little piece of that fish paper in there as well. It's like a piece of this fish paper stuff. I'll cut a little square and put it across so it doesn't have a chance of damaging the battery. And so we'll jump back in after I get all that stuff done, and we'll give it show you the end result before I do the test. Okay, just to show you how this works here, the battery, you do the quick press and then hold. It's only going to stay on for like a second, And these are the outer two terminals. Let me get real close in on here. These are the outer two terminals on here. So I'll just show you here. We'll do the quick tap and then you hold it down and you see the battery comes up to 8 volts and we're gonna see it come down. Here we go. That's in the time that it gets connected up with the Neo 2 here. So, but the plan is to solder on wire onto these two outer terminals on here. But I wanted to get this into the video just so in case you want to do this yourself, you kind of know exactly what you're after here. Okay, well, we got all the batteries put together. Got this one all set up here. Got the fish paper in there. It's primarily maybe just a friction barrier at this point, but connector's hidden in here. This will fit onto here. We don't want to do that without this one turned on first. It could screw up the smart battery chip in there. So, but that's pretty much how that system works. What we'll have to do is get this, get the drone started up with this battery in, snap her in there, just get it started up so it's got power on these two pins, and then we'll snap this on top. So we need to get pretty close. What I did with this is this one is slightly below this one. Just ends up being a pretty good deal with the charger. This one, it has it came with this really cheap USB charger deal. I put this connector on the end, but this actually doesn't get it all the way up to the 8.4 that the DJI charger get this one up to. So the good thing is though, as soon as you get this launched up, this one starts coming down. So right now we'll get the meter out here, and right now this battery I think is at like 8.2, yeah, 8.23, and then this battery over here, and I'll get you, try to keep this in frame. This battery here, we got to do the tap and then hold, is at 8.42. So once this comes on, I believe that's going to drop down to probably 8.2, and then they'll be pretty equal. So next we'll jump into the flight test here in a minute. And I've already done this test, so just to make sure everything works. The running like this battery just as a weight, not plugged in, using one of the stock batteries, I get about 8 minutes of flight time with this added weight on there. The just in hovering mode, without the extra weight, I'm getting about 15 minutes of hover time. So it does take down the hover time on it, from that. But when you put this battery back on here, I got about close to 20 minutes of hover time. The actual flying time, I'm thinking, just like on the standard batteries, if you're flying it around pretty fast, you get maybe 10 minutes out of it. So I think the way I'm adding things up, I think I'll probably be able to get 15 minutes, an extra 5 minutes having this on there. So I have to do some more flights with it to kind of test that out, but I'll at least show you that this works anyway. So I'll jump back into the flying here now, and we'll see how she goes. I got both cameras kind of set up, so shit.
fly in well-lit, textured environments.
Alright, we got her all booted up and ready to go here. Battery's mounted up. She's on. I got it set to close follow on the settings on here. And I'm just going to launch it up off my hand and then do a quick hover and then back to landing on my hand here. So, but it's good. I just want to make sure everybody sees that it's functioning anyway.
Front. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Thanks for watching, guys.